you're getting noob gains while in puberty, while still in puberty. So your levels of anabolic hormones are always rising, and your responsiveness to them is also always rising. And you're getting the first gains of your life. It's all gonna work out. You're gonna get more jacked by a long shot than you are now. I basically promise you that. So don't sweat the small stuff. For now, just do the basics, do them right, have fun, don't take a shit too seriously, and you get all these amazing gains. And when you're ready to take shit really, really, really seriously, you'll know, and then it'll be time to do that. Hey folks, Dr. Mike here for RP Strength. I am a professor of sports science and allegedly a competitive bodybuilder and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu grappler. And in fact, probably one of my biggest qualifications for this video is that some time long ago, before recorded history, I used to be a teenager. Yes, it's true. And at the time, I didn't really know what the hell I was doing, but I wanted to get jacked. So I made tons of mistakes. But good news, if you're a teenager or you happen to interact with teens in some way that happens to be legal, you're watching this video, and that's awesome because today we are going to talk about the ultimate guide to gaining muscle as a teen. Let's take a look at what 10 awesome tips I have for you today. You goddamn TikTokers. Arrgh. Old man yells at cloud. How do you grow the most muscle as a teen without being insanely short-sighted and screwing yourself up in the process? Important caveat. Why is that caveat important? I'll just dive into that first. If you're a teen and you want to grow the most muscle possible, you can probably just become a TikTok trend goblin. Get some trend. I don't know how you would do that. Inject a whole bunch of it. It'll ruin most of your life, but you will absolutely get jacked. The thing is that as a teen, you're inclined to believe that what is happening to you as a teenager is insanely important. But the reality of the matter is that you will live your vast majority of your life as a not teen. And if you screw yourself up big time as a teen, you're going to live with that for the rest of your life. And if you die, you really aren't going to live with that for the rest of your life. So as a teenager, you definitely have some concerns and needs. You're not just existing and being ready to be an adult. Your shit matters, and getting jacked is super important. But it's not important enough to do dumb shit like take steroids for. And if it is important enough for you, I assure you have not thought it through, or are just not sufficiently intelligent enough to think it through, which I sure shit wasn't when I was a teen, but luckily had good old anti-drug commercials to tell me to stay the hell away from everything. Now, I'm not going to bullshit you. Anti-drug commercials are a gigantic fucking lie. However, the bright spot that they do talk about is that, yeah, you know what, man, you can do all the fun drugs when you're older. But when you're a teen, you want to stay drug-free, especially with drugs like steroids and, well, actually, geez, pretty much all drugs. And alcohol, that's for college. Weed, also for college. Pretty sure that's actually one of your major curriculum investments is going to be, I think you have a class in college, Alcohol 101, Weed 202 for the advanced folks. Anabolic steroids and all that stuff, that's for when you're older and actually need the shit. I'll get back to you in an important point as to why that's the case. So let's look at the 10 tips for teens that are definitely trying to get jacked, but also aren't like super stupid and short-sighted and won't ultimately mega regret their decisions. Here they are. There are 10 of them. First, technique is the key. Technique gives you a couple of really cool things. Proper technique means you put in small amount of effort and get a huge return. That sounds pretty dope. It also means your probability of injury is going to be very low. You could be at the prom in a few years and you're like, hey, Jacqueline. Scott, that's funny, isn't it? That I use that word. Jacqueline is nobody to Scott, the video guy, or somebody, who knows. You're like, hey, Jacqueline, I was kind of wondering if you'd like, I don't know, go to the dance with me. And she's like, I would, but like, your shoulder just looks like small. And you're like, yeah, well, it was ego lifting, bad technique, and I heard it. You know, I'm going to heal up real soon, but, you know, it's just prom's next week. She's like, yeah, I'm just like not going to be seen with you until you heal up. So like, good luck, asshole. And she punches you in the shoulder and you're like, ow. And then you're not going on any dates, motherfucker. So technique will keep you safe, which to your teen mind might seem stupid and pointless, but I assure you, you are fragile. If you think you're not, just sign up for a jiu-jitsu class. Don't do that. Well, maybe do it. It'll be really fun. But the human body has limits. If you don't get hurt, you know, getting hurt's cool. It's a badge of honor. I get it. Scars on your face look awesome. But the kind of hurt lifting puts you through is more like there is no badge of honor. You're just not as jacked for months or years afterwards. So you don't want to get hurt. That's really stupid. And the number one reason you don't want to get hurt is you want to get even more jacked, and it requires a properly functioning body to do that. So technique is key. Here's another thing. If you learn good technique when you're young, you will never forget it, and you will always be a technique master. It'll come naturally to you. Every lift that you do will just be awesome, even if it's new lifts you've never learned about before. However, if you start with dog shit technique, then it's going to be tougher for you to learn better technique later, and you could actually revert during hard sets to bad technique, increasing your probability of injury and reducing how much actual jackness you get. Technique is super, super duper important. We have tons of videos at RP about how to make sure your technique is really good. Next, stick to mostly doing what I call distributed compound lifts for your training. That means lifts that involve multiple joints and train multiple muscles relatively evenly. For example, a wide grip bench is a compound lift because it involves the shoulder and elbow joint. However, because it's wide grip, it biases the pecs incredibly and doesn't really train the triceps much. However, a close grip bench trains the triceps and chest roughly evenly. An underhand pull-up trains the biceps and rear delts and back roughly evenly, and so on and so forth. So a lot of closer grip variants, a lot of movements that involve multiple muscles, upright rowing instead of lateral raising for shoulders, so on and so forth, is really good. Does that mean you don't do isolations? Of course not. But does that mean the core of your lifting should be compound lifts that hit multiple muscle groups at the same time? Hell yeah. It's super efficient. You work on your awesome technique. They're going to make you super jacked, and benefit, they make you really awesome, real world strong, which is dope for, like, I don't know, Scott, what do teenagers do? Get into fistfights outside of 1950s diners. Yeah, see? You're going to tell my girl to do that? You'll have problems, see? Yeah. 20s accent for the 50s? It's all history as far as we're concerned. Next, if you want to train and you have some muscles you want to get jacked, train these muscles. My recommendation is to start at 2 times a week per muscle. You're going to train your biceps twice a week, triceps twice a week, chest, back, shoulders, etc. twice a week. And your legs exist too. I didn't know that until I was my senior year in high school, but you can train your legs. 2 times per week per muscle. You can go more, but I would start at 2, and I wouldn't do fewer than 2. So I wouldn't do like biceps once a week. I do them twice. When you look at the muscles that you train in every session, so let's say you train super simple chest Monday, Thursday. You want to do 2 sets of chest Monday and 2 sets of chest Thursday to start. That's where you're going to start. Remember, you are ultra sensitive to growth, and you're going to want as little bit of lifting sprinkled in there to get you as much growth as possible. Huge benefits to starting nice and easy. You can go harder when you're older. You'll need to go harder when you're older because the shit won't work anymore. And the next point number 4, is going to tell you how much to increase that volume by, because you're going to start at 2 sets for chest Monday, Thursday, but then maybe later you'll find that you can do more volume, 3, 4, 5 sets per chest each time. How do you know that? Well, you have one simple rule. Don't train when you're tired or sore. If you're too tired to lift your heaviest weights for good reps, you need more rest. And thus, whatever volume you did last time was too much. So if you're doing 5 sets of chest Monday, Thursday, they get real tired after a few weeks, go back to 4 or 3 sets of chest. It'll be much better. And also, don't train when you're sore as a general rule. Every now and again, it's fine, but as a general rule, not a good idea. So if consistently from Monday's 6 sets of chest, you're still sore to the touch when you try to do close grip benches on Thursday, take that Monday 6 sets of chest and reduce it to 4. You'll heal just on time, and then you'll be sore in between workouts, not during workouts. The idea is to come into every workout healed completely from soreness and fucking strong. Probably the strongest you've ever been. And then you layer that strength on top and on top and on top, and then all of a sudden you're Superman. And you don't need any friends anymore, and fuck the problem. You'll just eye laser the shit out of everyone. It's starting to sound like a boys episode. Meh. Next, try to progress in strength, but never at the expense of good technique. The jacked people at the gym, the smart ones anyway, when you do a really impressive lift for a teenager, nobody gives a shit if it's bad technique. As a matter of fact, they're actively judging you. They could be smiling, like I would if I saw you lift a dog shit round back deadlift with awful, terrible technique. I'd be like, hey, but what I'm really thinking is, you suck. Not as a person, just as a lifter, which, geez, that's oddly close. Very similar concepts. I mean, what are you worth if not your lifting? Good technique first, always. But then when you have good technique, well, just about every week and every 2 weeks, put another 2.5 to 5 pounds on the bar and try to hit the same reps that you did last time. Generally, that's a really, really awesome way to get not only stronger, but way, way, way more jacked. If you don't want to increase weight in some cases, you can increase reps too. For example, you have a pull-up bar at home, you don't have any dip belt or anything to put weights on. Sets of 8, a couple weeks later, sets of 9, a couple weeks later, sets of 10, and so on and so forth. That's totally fine as well. I would say it's probably better, in most cases, if you can, to increase the weight, because getting stronger is going to be a huge part of where you gain muscle as a teen. Later, as an older person who's already ultra strong, you may be able to add some reps here and there, and that might be a more sustainable way to have progress. Number 6, taking weeks off during certain times is a really good idea, because during those weeks off, you heal from all that accumulated fatigue that you take on for the months and months and months of consistent training. Notice it didn't say anything about deload weeks, because deload weeks are kind of for adults. Teens, you can train hard every week, but a few weeks have the exception. I'll tell you about a couple of them. 1, the week probably before and of your final exams in high school. I wouldn't train then. 2 weeks off of training, focus on your studies, because I guarantee you your grades in school and how much you learn in school is going to have way more to do with how jacked you get in life success. Sure, shit worked out for me. I was never hired for a job or even had a successful YouTube channel with just being jacked. Who gives a shit? There's millions of jacked people. But your boy did really well in school and got all the way up to a PhD, and that's why they call me Dr. Mike. It's not just a nickname. As far as nicknames go, it's kind of shitty. Scott Video Guy, what a good nickname be for me? Don't start with your clever bullshit. I want good ones, not crap to offend me.
Really sweet, awesome, hot dude.
Mike.
Mike, yeah.
I like it. It really does say a lot about who I truly am. Sweet, hot. Are we describing a sandwich you get at Subway? Like the new teriyaki chicken drizzle? Ooh. Scott, hypothetically, totally hypothetically, if I happen to have some sweet teriyaki on my chest, you wouldn't ever be at all interested in I don't know, licking it off.
I say never let a good teriyaki go to waste.
Never, ever. Scott, you're the fucking man. Exam weeks. Consider the week before, definitely the week of, no lifting. Now, here's the thing. After exams, watch out, weight room, because you're going to fuck shit up, which is sweet. Vacations. I mean by vacations, not the entirety of summer vacation. And I don't even mean all of Christmas break. What the hell we call it now? Holiday break, some shit like that. This used to be a Christian nation, goddammit. I'm kidding. My sense of humor is going to get me canceled sooner or later by everyone, I guess. What I mean is this. You guys typically get a vacation for the holidays, winter holidays. So I'd say that's a good time to take a week off. Because a lot of times the weight room's closed, you don't go to school, you don't really have a gym membership, and so you train at school and now there's no gym, and fuck that. Thanksgiving week, maybe, depending on if you can train super hard through the Christmas holidays, then you could just take Thanksgiving week or half week off. Spring break, great opportunity to take that off. And then once or twice during summer vacation, if you have a family that loves you and takes you on actual vacations, that's a perfect time to not lift weights, because you just eat and rest and relax and run around the beach and chase girls or be chased by boys, or chase boys. That's nice. And then you get back and you go back to the grind, back to your usual, back to making fucking gains happen. So you basically want 2 to 4, probably more like 4 total weeks of the year interspersed here and there to be vacations. And that's when you don't train. You just don't lift weights. And here's the thing. At the end of the week, you're going to be so goddamn violent, they're going to have to put you in prison until you get out, because you're going to want to crush and break and smash and lift weights and eat dumbbells and shit like that, which is awesome. But that precisely means that your motivation is now at an all-time high and you're ready to kick it again for another, 3 or 4 months of consistent baller all-out training, which is exactly how gains are made. So it's totally cool that it makes you frustrated, but you got to get a little frustrated, get that fire relit to maximum burn so you can go and do shit in the gym and break people in half. Next, number 7, patience is super, super critical. Your adaptive potential is massive. You are going to get so much bigger than you are right now. You have no idea. I started lifting weights. I was 15 years old and I wrestled in the 103-pound weight class. I remember weighing in on a scale at my Jewish community center in Oak Park, Michigan. How's that? And I weighed 97 pounds. And this was May of my birthday is in May. And so I was turning 15. I weighed 100 fucking pounds. Right now, as I give you this video, I weigh 236 pounds and I have just probably about the same amount of total body fat as then, so way lower body fat percent. It was just to be inconceivable to me to look at me now and be like, that's you later. I would have just been like, there's no fucking way. There's no way. And I'll also shit my pants because what the hell is this? Didn't actually meet anyone that was as jacked as me until I went to the Arnold when I was 19 in Columbus, Ohio, and met like pro strongmen and shit like that. I would just never seen anyone as jacked as me. I would have never believed I rose to that potential. And tons of people have the potential to just be mega, mega, mega jacked. But this shit takes time, fellas. Here's the thing. Like, this sounds weird, but a lot of adults will sort of low-key not lie to you, but be like, oh, you're not P's and Q's, and they don't even really believe it. Let me cut you real fucking deals. I'm not into this bullshit lying to you. You're not my fucking kid. Fuck if I care what happens to you. You feel me? Here's the real shit. People don't just say be patient because they don't want you to get hurt, or they don't want you to make rash decisions, or you're fucking annoying when you're not patient. People want you to be patient because that's how gods become gods. Investing into the daily fucking meaningless, thankless grind of eating and lifting and eating and lifting. If us adults had some fucking low-key way for you to get ultra jacked with no downsides, you think we'd be keeping it the fuck away from you? What? Eat up, motherfucker. Here's the secret. It turns out the secret is, well, scientific approach to training and diet. That's not much of a secret. That's like, do this. But the do this part means do this today, tomorrow, the day after, and so on for years. The shit takes years. If you're impatient, two things may happen. One, you're just anxious all the time and really frustrated, just fucking stupid way to live your life. So be patient just to be easy. And two, you might resort to less than stellar ideas like trying to lift a lot more than you're capable of and snapping your shit in half, or taking a boatload of steroids and showing up to the prom with more pimples than face, and then nobody doing shit with you, and then you should go home and cry a lot. That's probably what most steroid use does. Patience is key. It's going to take time. So don't try to gain a ton of weight all at once. Let your body and your natural appetite do the shit for you. And if you want to gain a bit of weight, eat a little bit extra over time. Gain a few pounds every month or two. And over the course of your teenage years, you are going to be massive. And then in college, even more massive, and post-college, even more massive, until the entire solar system is sucked right into you and you're a fucking black hole. But hey, fellas, check this out. You're a jacked fucking black hole. Yeah. If it seems like there was a jump cut in there, fellas, it's because I made a politically incorrect joke and we can't tell you about it. In any case, patience is key. Stay the course and you're going to get jacked. It's just going to take some time. But here's the good news. Getting jacked is an amazing process. The change, the ascension, the constantly getting better. Man, that's the good stuff. Because to be honest, like once you get jacked, it's also cool, but like, the journey's half the shit. You know, people say it's all about the journey, not the destination, are full of shit. The destination's awesome. Being jacked is amazing. But the journey's also baller as hell too. And whatever you think you're going to get out of getting jacked, maybe you'll get it, but maybe you won't. Like being jacked is like, yeah, okay, I'm jacked. People look at me funny when I walk through the mall. And that's really about the only daily interaction difference I have from being jacked. And there's other cool stuff that comes with it. But some of my best memories from getting jacked is the getting jacked part, the setting little mini PRs, the looking and the wearing that shirt and being like, holy fucking shit, I'm going to go to the club and get nothing because your boy had no game back in the day. But all that is really good. Take time with the process. It's not going anywhere, and enjoy your life. The Simple Science Diet is a one-page diet plan that fits right onto your fridge door. We created this diet because we whittled the science down to what really helps you lose weight and fat, and we simply cut out the rest. If you want elite results but don't have time for the complexity, the Simple Science Diet is definitely worth a look. You can also gain access to our complimentary RP Gym-Free workout plan for use at home, a collection of 8 easy-to-follow ebooks on dietary science, cooking, and fitness fundamentals, plus comprehensive guides for meal prep and healthy eating when out and about, all without any extra charges. Click the link in the description of this video to get started. Number 8. Get your ass learning, because you got to learn shit to be better at this. You don't know hardly dick about how the shit works. I don't give a fuck how many TikTok reels you scroll through. We have a playlist in the RP Strength YouTube channel called Hypertrophy Made Simple. If you type that shit in, you get like, Scott, 16 videos? Something like 16 videos, each of them breaking down the multiple parts of hypertrophy. If you're really a brainiac motherfucker, then Advanced Hypertrophy Concepts and Tools, also on YouTube, also by our channel, is 30 or 32 videos of super, super advanced hypertrophy concepts. Get in there. All of the Made Simple series are really, really awesome. Just RP Strength Made Simple series. It'll dump a lot of fucking playlists. Get that stuff going. Learn from us. Learn from 3DMJ. Learn from Stronger by Science. Learn from Jeff Nippard. Learn from Pack and Milo. Learn from all the people that you can. Menno Henselmans is a great source. These people are all on YouTube. They're all on social media. Learn as much as you can because you'll need a lot of knowledge, not just to know the basics, but to know how to handle specific situations. Like I can teach you a lot through this YouTube channel, but if like something's up with your knee and you're supposed to squat, you're not really sure what to do, you can't exactly DM me. I mean, you could, but I'm legally prohibited from checking DMs from teenagers. Real nasty story, big misunderstanding. Virus was sent and Chinese government got involved. A couple teens went missing, the usual. So you're going to have to know how to do shit by yourself. And if you learn a ton, at every step in your lifting journey from here until you're ultra mega jacked and have consumed the entire universe, you're going to know which way to steer because you're in charge and not some motherfucker you have to trust just based on their word because now you know the shit. Point number 9, try to relax and enjoy the process. There's actually one really compelling reason why relaxing is good, because when you're tense and worried and, oh my God, I've got to gain this much muscle, it's humanly possible, let's optimize all the vectors and do the integral calculus. Yeah, that's all cool and stuff. That's what you're supposed to do at school. When you're out of school anymore, you're not lifting, you're not grinding, try to relax as much as possible because relaxation brings down your fight or flight hormones and switches your nervous system into a type of activity that actually makes you more jacked. If you're nervous and anxious all the fucking time and ultra worried about getting gains, then you're going to actually build up levels of hormones that are catabolic. They are antagonistic to muscular tissue development. They make you less jacked and more fat. And this is just no good. And if you're not getting a ton of sleep, that's also going to happen. So under point number 9 with relax, get as much sleep as you can. Now look, I'm not trying to take your fucking teen years away from you. If you're fucking texting Sally from the whatever grade, okay, all those, I had like 5, Scott, and the rest of you guys, I had like 5 lines of joke offshoots. I was like, that will get me canceled. And I just eliminated all of them. Look, you're texting fucking Sally at midnight. Keep texting her. It's fucking great. Enjoy. Stay up till 3. It's really fun. You see each other at school and you giggle and you walk by. It's dope. I'm not trying to get that away from you. But like, there's compelling reasons like that to stay up. And there's like reasons like your friends like, hey man, you want to play video games until 4 a.m? You're like, do I? I don't really like this guy all that much. And video games suck and he sucks. I end up teaching him more than I'm learning. Fuck that. Say, hey man, I'm good. I got to go to bed. And he's like, oh man, why? You're boring. Because I got to get jacked in the morning. Send, close browser. Fuck up out of here. Unfriend on Instagram. Fuck out of my face. I'm kidding. But get as much sleep and relaxation as you can and get a lot of really good food. Now, hopefully at some point we'll have a video for you guys about how to eat well as a teen. If you guys are interested in that sort of thing, dump it in the comments. And if we get enough people upvoting that shit, we'll definitely make the video. So relax, eat and sleep a ton. Of course, get your schoolwork done, do your job, do your chores, listen to your parents, and go to whatever religious institution or secular institution is good for the community. I don't know. I'm bad at this fucking mentor shit. You're getting noob gains while still in puberty. So your levels of anabolic hormones are always rising and your responsiveness to them is also always rising. And you're getting the first gains of your life. It's all going to work out. You're going to get more jacked by a long shot than you are now. I fucking basically promise you that. So don't sweat the small stuff. Did you eat at 3 p.m. or 3:30? Was it 50 grams of protein or 45? Holy shit. Do not pay a lick of attention to that. You want perfectionism. You're going to get it in your late 20s and early 30s when you're optimizing. For now, just do the basics, do them right, have fun. Don't take a shit too seriously, and you get all these amazing gains. And when you're ready to take shit really, really, really seriously, you'll know, and then it'll be time to do that. You'll have plenty of time to sweat the small stuff when you're like me, old, lonely, and have no one and nothing. Did you guys know that I do all my own editing on this channel? I actually programmed ChatGPT to act like a friend named Scott the Video Guy. He's not even real, guys. There's no one sitting over there. I even have the ChatGPT every now and again make mini mouse clicks because he's editing while he's recording this. It sounds like he's doing that. There is no Scott the Video Guy. Guys, I literally have no friends. I have built one super advanced cyborg to keep me company. That's who you know as Dr. Crystal on the internet. I don't even have a wife. It's really sad. Don't end up like me. No, wait. End up jacked, but have friends. So really try to chill in high school, have plenty of friends, eat lots of good food, lift lots of awesome weight, and don't overstress on the minutia. You'll get plenty of time to do that when you're lonely and hopeless like me. Lastly, point 10, try to be a critical thinker, which doesn't mean cynical. Why am I saying that? As a teen, if I ever see you in the gym and you're a fucking teen, there's a chance there's a high degree of probability I won't say anything to you at all. If you know who I am and you come up to me, you're like, Dr. Mike, I'll be like, yes. Or I'll probably joke with you and be like, you saw me on OnlyFans. And you're like, ha ha ha. And maybe you ask for a picture and we'll always take one. I never turn those down. It's highly unlikely that I'm going to give you any kind of advice unless you ask for it. Why? Because my advice costs millions of dollars, motherfucker. Who are you, JK? Because I remember what it was like to be a teen, and I'm just going to assume I know more than you. And also, you're probably tired of people telling you what the fuck to do. Some adults didn't get that memo or have no intention of getting that memo. So adults often in the gym or at the dinner table or when your Uncle Harry comes over and tells you how to live your life again for the 50th fucking time, they're going to tell you to correct some shit that you're doing. Why you shouldn't be doing squats. Those are bad for your back. Shit like that. Like, really? You're eating chicken? I heard steak was better. Thanks, Uncle Frank. Go fuck yourself. Don't tell him that. That's not nice. Your parents will be upset, though he might have it coming. Here's the thing. You are already smarter and wiser than many of the adults that will tell you to do shit differently. They just think because they're adults, they give them some kind of status above you and they can tell you what to do, even though to other adults, they may say nothing. Although I will say a fun thing, as you grow up, you'll realize this is more and more true. And Scott, tell me if I'm wrong about this, but looking back on it now and knowing some of the same people now, a huge fraction of adults that will tell teenagers what to do when they haven't asked for it will also tell other adults what to do when they haven't asked for it. There's just that guy that tells people what to do. And you're a teen, you feel like, oh my God, isn't it all? I got to listen to him. When you grow up, you're like, hey guy, could you get the fuck out of my face, please? You don't say things like that, JK, but that's what you're going to be thinking. You're like, sounds great. And you just fuck right off. So people are going to try to tell you what to do all the time. Some of their advice is fucking awesome, and you should damn well be listening to them. Some of their advice is total fucking dog shit. So if someone's telling you, hey, do this, don't do that, ask for reasoning. Say like, oh, that's really interesting. How come? If they can't give you an answer that even remotely smells like it's on the right track, dope. That doesn't mean you write them off. They might have another thing for you later that's super fucking wise. Everyone's got a little bit of wisdom to them, but everyone's also got a little bullshit to them. So don't just believe people when they tell you shit, ask for reasoning. If you find the reasoning compelling, try it out. If you find the reasoning super not fucking compelling and contradicts almost everything else you know, then probably cool it on listening to them and being like, you know what? I'm definitely going to give that some thought. And that answer that I just gave you, you know what? I'm definitely going to give that some thought is the ultimate filler response for any bullshit you don't want to deal with. Because how can someone be like, well, we'll do it right now? You're giving it thought. I'll tell you this. Every now and again, some old cocksucker at the gym, he's going to say, hey, don't do Smith machine squats while you're doing them. And you're going to, you know what? That's interesting. Why? And he's like, well, everyone knows they're bad for you. It's just bad for your knees because your knees go like this and it hurts them. You're like, oh, okay. You know what? I'm definitely going to give that some thought. And you sit around, chill, look at your phone, drink a Gatorade, go right back to Smith machine squats. There is a probability, very low. Some of these people will come up to you and be like, I thought I told you not to do this. You just one thing at this point. You walk right over to say, oh, excuse me. No worries. Walk right over to the front desk at the gym and go, excuse me, that man is bothering me. And could you please ask him not to bother me? He's harassing me. Don't worry, that'll handle everything. Or you'll see a cool scene like from Cops, the TV show, or from body cam footage. You'll be on TV. It'll be great. Hopefully not getting half choked to death by an old man as the cops beat him off with sticks. Although that would be sweet. You can show it to your friends and now you're a star. In any case, keep thinking, keep training hard, diet well, enjoy your life and relax a ton. Don't put too much stress on yourself. Stay the fuck away from steroids until you either never use them, probably a good idea, or use them when you're an adult and you're ready for the shit. All the trillions of terrible consequences. That's all I got to say. There's a reason I'm not a guidance counselor. I'm terrible at this shit. If you're a teenager, let me know how I did. If you're not a teenager, let me know how I did. I used to be a teenager once, so I had a terrible time. JK, some of it was fun. Scott the Video Guy, you have any wisdom for teens to add to this shit?
Nothing I'll say.
Nothing I'll say. Perfect. Here's lastly I'll say, stay away from people like Scott the Video Guy. See you guys next time.